Just batch. Chiffy.
Where learning is free.
Hey kids, today we'll be reading 10 Minutes to Bed, Little Dinosaur by Rhiannon Fielding and Chris Chatterton. It all starts in the land of Nod. In a faraway land, across mountains and seas, where strange creatures live among tall jungle trees, there often can be heard a great echoing roar. 10 minutes to bed, little dinosaur. With 3 pointed horns and 4 great big feet, Rumble was crashing around in the heat. 9 minutes to bed don't go far, warned his mom. But this little dinosaur loved to have fun. Deep in the jungle, a hullabaloo. Frogs hopped about as birds fluttered and flew. 8 minutes to bed, came the call loud and strong, as Rumble the dinosaur thundered along. Splashing about in a warm pool of mud, and chasing his tail till he fell with a thud. He knew there were just 7 minutes to bed, but Rumble preferred an adventure instead. Passing through mountains, he heard a strange sound. The world seemed to tremble from deep underground. He looked to the sky with 6 minutes to go, and saw a volcano beginning to glow. From the sky came a roar. Rumble stumbled and ducked. Boom! The volcano began to erupt. Hot lava bubbled. The sky filled with ash. Rocks crumbled and fell to the ground with a crash. From out of the valley poured dinosaurs small, dinosaurs heavy and dinosaurs tall. The ground below shook as they all hurtled past. 5 minutes, they said, so you better run fast. As he ran with his heart beating fast in his chest, Rumble finally saw a safe place he could rest. 4 minutes to bed, but where am I wonder? From high in the sky came a loud roll of thunder. Below a great mountain, where birds swoop and soar, lay Rumble the littlest dinosaur. 3 minutes to bed, said a voice from the gloom, and a shadow appeared by the light of the moon. On 4 great big feet she bent down to her son. Rumble opened his eyes and looked up at his mom. 2 minutes, she said. You are never alone. Then at last, side by side, they plodded back home. The evening was bathed in a soft silver light, as his mom tucked him in and she kissed him good night. 1 minute to bed, that means no more exploring. But Rumble was already fast asleep snoring. Good night from the land of Nod. Thank you for listening. That's 10 Minutes to Bed, Little Dinosaur. Hey kids, today we'll be reading Grannysaurus, presented by David Williams, and illustrated by Adam Stower, HarperCollins Publishing. Do you love to stay up late? This is the story about a boy who never wanted to go to bed, especially when he was having a sleepover at his granny's house. Bedtime, announced Granny, as she and her grandson finished their dinosaur jigsaw together. But Mom and Dad let me stay up until way past midnight, fibbed the boy. Ha ha! I'm not falling for that old one, Spike. It's bedtime. Not fair, he said. How come you are allowed to stay up late? Because I'm much, much older than you. I bet you are as old as this dinosaur, Granny, said Spike cheekily, pointing to the puzzle. Yes, I am Grannysaurus. So, you'd better go straight to bed. She growled like a dinosaur. Spike sprinted up the stairs. dived into his pajamas, and leaped into bed. Grannysaurus is starving. Are any juicy little ones still wide awake? Came a voice in the dark. The boy shut his eyes and pretended to snore. Then Spike opened one eye and spied the shadow of a dinosaur. He yanked the covers over his head and tried to sleep. However, he woke up to find his bedroom booming. The whole house was pulsating with music and flashing lights. So he tiptoed down the stairs and opened the living room door. Granny was having a party, and Spike was not invited. It was a dino disco. Grannysaurus was behind the decks, spinning some banging tunes. Well, she was a Spinosaurus. Dinosaurs were moving. Dinosaurs were grooving. Still in his pajamas, Spike joined the party. He boogied with the Brontosaurus. He strutted his stuff with the Stegosaurus. And he got on down with a Gigantosaurus. When Grannysaurus spotted her grandson out of bed, she stopped the music. Oh, moaned the disappointed dinosaurs. Spike, go back to bed, ordered Grannysaurus. No, replied Spike, crossing his arms. I'm going to stay up all night and boogie. This is a dinos only disco, she replied. Bedtime. You'll have to catch me first, said Spike. With that, he raced out of the living room to find a hiding place. In the downstairs loo, there was a tetchy triceratops perusing a paper. Do you mind? On Granny's bed, there was a couple of brachiosauruses bouncing up and down. Buzz off! And splashing about in the bath was a huge plesiosaurus. Splish, splash, splash. How dare you! So Spike raced back to the living room. Bedtime! Shouted all the dinosaurs. Never! Replied Spike, though he was feeling more than a little tired. Then just you wait until Rex arrives, warned Grannysaurus. Rex? You don't mean... Grannysaurus nodded and grinned. The whole house began to shake. Rattle! Spike looked out of the window to see a huge Tyrannosaurus Rex lumbering down the road. Being a T-Rex, he was far too big to fit through the front door. Instead, Rex burst, smash, through the wall. Half the house fell in as dust exploded everywhere. Kaboom! Rexy, said Grannysaurus. Yes, dear, replied Rex. My naughty grandson won't go to bed. It's not fair, yawned Spike. I want to stay up all night and party. You heard your Grannysaurus. Bedtime. Rex reached down to pick up the boy, but Spike was too quick. He charged up the stairs before leaping onto Rex's head. You can't catch me now, he exclaimed. When Grannysaurus stomped up the stairs to grab him, Spike surfed down the dinosaur's back. Woohoo! Send him to bed, Rex, called out Grannysaurus. Right you are. When Spike reached the end of the dinosaur's tail, Rex flicked it. Whip! The boy was shot into the air. Spike soared high up into the night sky. Oops, muttered the T-Rex as they all watched him go. The dinosaur had flicked his tail so hard that Spike zoomed all the way around the moon before tumbling back to Earth.
No!
By a stroke of enormous good fortune, the boy crash-landed thump straight back onto his own bed. Oof! Now go to sleep, called up all the dinosaurs. Not fancying another lap around the moon, Spike yanked the covers over his head and shut his eyes tight. In a moment, he was in a deep, deep sleep. From that day on, Spike went to bed ridiculously early. He was determined to be fast asleep before the dinosaurs came out to play for the night. As should you. So come on now. Bedtime. Thank you for listening. That's Grannysaurus. Hey kids, today we'll be reading The Dinosaur Who Lost His Roar by Russell Punter and illustrated by Andy Elkerton. Deep inside the forest lived a dinosaur named Sid. He always got in trouble for the noisy things he did. Spike was picking berries. Sid crept up like a cat. He let out such a mighty roar that Spike got covered splat. That wasn't funny, Sid, growled Spike. The juice went in my eyes. Enjoy your breakfast, Sid replied. Who else can I surprise? Ross was standing by the pool to see what he could catch when Sid let out a mighty roar. Poor Ross went tumbling, splash! I hope you liked your swim, Ross. You'll dry out in the end. That wasn't funny, Ross replied. I thought you were my friend. Sid saw Ellie hunting eggs. He sneaked behind her back. He let out such a mighty roar. The eggs went flying, crack. An excellent surprise, laughed Sid. You just can't beat my roar. But when he went to bed that night, his throat felt rough and sore. The next day Sid saw Spike again and went to play his joke. But when he tried to give a roar, what came out was a croak. Ha ha, Sid, you've lost your roar. You can't scare me any more. Ross was balanced on a rock. Sid went to scare him off. But when he tried to give a roar, what came out was a cough. Ha ha, Sid, you've lost your roar. You can't scare me any more. Sid tiptoed up to Ellie, but struggle though he might, no roar would come out, just a rasp. His throat felt oh so tight. Ha ha, Sid, you've lost your roar. You can't scare me any more. Sid spent a whole week getting well, with honey and sweet tea. Oh, I wish I hadn't played those tricks. Now the joke's on me. Soon Sid felt fit to see his friends. I'll show them I'm not mean. But when he reached the berry bush, Spike could not be seen. Ross was missing from his pool. Sid sensed that things weren't right. He spotted scary footprints, and they gave him quite a fright. Sid was getting worried. What would he come to next? Then came a shock beyond the rock. Tyrannosaurus Rex! Sid hoped he had his voice back, but how could he be sure? He took the most enormous breath and gave a mighty roar. The T-Rex headed for the hills. Sid's pals were safe once more. 3 cheers for Sid the hero! You're the greatest dinosaur. Thank you for listening. That's The Dinosaur Who Lost His Roar. Hey kids, today I'm going to be reading Velociraptors from the Netflix original series StoryBots by Scott Emmons and illustrated by Nicola Illich, Random House Publishing. On a visit to the past, we see dinosaurs running free and fast. We stop to get a closer view. Velociraptors coming through! When those scary beasts appear, it's time to hurry out of here. Just look at how they scurry past. They may be small, but they are fast. That mouth is like a mighty trap. It closes with a noisy snap. Velociraptors hatch from eggs. They have sharp claws and very strong legs. They may have feathers, but they cannot fly. They learn a hard lesson if they try. Their teeth are sharp for chomping snacks. At dinner time, they hunt in packs. Meat is what they love to eat. For them, a rose is not a treat. If a raptor chases you, then you know just what to do. Wearing flowers is the key to staying safe and raptor free. Goodbye, Velociraptors. Thank you for listening. That's Velociraptors from StoryBots. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to hear more stories, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.
Just watch TV.
Where learning is free.